Stop all this set people up. Abba just mentioned you today. You need to respond. That's what you were doing with me and Dion.
Hey guys, Blessing here. I'm going to quickly respond to something I saw on Facebook whereby Obazee called out Elvis Edigin. But before I start, I would like to thank Iyore for sponsoring this video. So I just received this beard kit which I actually plan to give away to my darling husband. The kit contains a satin finish beard oil, one anti-static sandalwood beard comb and an organic cotton drawstring bag. Now, just in case you're wondering what this product is all about, what it does, let me tell you. The beard oil keeps your facial hair looking glossy, conditioned, and healthy. So for all the men watching this video right now who likes to grow their beards, their mustaches, sideburns, and stubble, there is a link in the description box down below. Click on that link and get 20% discount using my personal discount code BBNJOH. That code is only valid for the first 10 people to place an order. Now let's get right into today's video.
All the senseless videos against Obazee, they did Naija watch. Anybody if you want to do interview, if you want interview and you need a free platform, free of charge, you don't go pay. Just chat Naija or say, I want to insult Abat. I want to insult Abat. Please, I want interview sharply. Sharply, the boy will just abandon everything when they do. Go just have to interview you.
So here, Obazee says that Elvis is using his platform to welcome everyone and anyone who is out to beef him, Albert. And I believe Albert's video is in response to the interview Stainless recently did with Elvis concerning the sum of $5,000 that the sitting governor of Edo State, Governor Obazee, gave to Stainless during her visit at the State House. I'm also going to respond to Stainless in a jiffy, but before I do that, let me quickly say a thing or two about Albert's statement. So I watched that interview that Stainless did with Elvis, and as a media person, I can say that Elvis did not breach any code of journalism. Even though Elvis might have his personal differences with Albert, I don't believe it reflected in that interview he had with Stainless. Elvis was very professional and objective throughout the interview, asking the right questions and even hushing callers who attempted to insult Albert. So dear Mr. Albert, the fact that you once had issues with a blogger or a media person doesn't mean that they can never do a topic that concerns you. And I'm not saying this based on every other thing Elvis might have posted about you or every other person that he might have interviewed about you. I am saying this in this particular case of Stainless, that it was even Stainless that reached out to Elvis for an interview and not the other way around. And I believe Albert's expectation would have been for Elvis to turn down Stainless just because Elvis had issues or still has issues with Albert. But if Elvis had even turned down Stainless's request, I would have asked Elvis, why are you a blogger when you can't even treat ongoing situations just because you have something against the person that the topic concerns? So in my opinion again, judging from this singular case alone, Elvis did what any other blogger or journalist would have done. Although Albert also said something that made me dig a little bit further, and what he said was that Elvis was always allegedly instigating saga between Dion Osagie and Albert.
People like them, Naija Watch, Elvis Edigin, they are not creating their content. They are just carrying people's content. And the Murphy versus this one versus this one, Abba versus this one. Step up your game. Stop all this thing you're doing. Invest money in content. Stop all this set people up. Abba just mentioned you today. You need to respond. That's what you were doing with me and Dion. That's what you were doing with me and Dion. We are setting him up. Now you be the engine room of all this crisis on social media. I've said it countless times because you're making money from it.
So Albert here claims that Elvis, who runs Naija Watch platform, was setting him and Dion Osagie against each other, and that the motive behind it is that Elvis makes money from the saga that ensues from that. I cannot confirm the authenticity of this claim, but if it turns out to be true, then Elvis would have lots of explanations to do, because as a blogger who knows what they are doing, you shouldn't be pushing for news to happen. You should rather be pulling news when it happens. So Elvis, if you're truly calling people to inform them or to remind them to do saga, then you must really be an idle soul that doesn't really understand what blogging is all about. But like I said, we don't know if this is true. So I digged a little further and I stumbled upon a video by Lovelyn Ehichoya, who said something very similar to what Albert initially said. But before I let you listen to what Lovelyn said, let me quickly address the Stainless interview that she had with Elvis.
Stainless, I want to know what is going on between you and Obazee and what happened during the time of Governor Godwin Obaseki's election.
1990, my children, they lost their grandma, who is the father of my children, the grandmother to my children from their father. So I go on Facebook, I ask for help. Nobody helped me. So I started inviting people. I invite my beautiful sister. I am sorry to mention you here. Sister Tondia, Organic Skincare, will be say Wesley Tondia. She told me Albert is her friend. She liked when she goes to party with Albert. Me and Albert, we have never been friends on social media. I never liked him since the time he started bullying Dion Osagie. That is where our fight started. So we just have our boundaries. So Tondia said I should invite him. I was like, really? Yeah, I feel free. Then I called him. She gave me his number and I called him. He was like, Stainless, you. I told him I'm inviting you for funeral. It was like, okay, when the time reach, you let me know.
So this statement by Stainless is probably the root cause why things fell apart between herself and Albert, because their friendship obviously was never based on true friendship and honesty. Stainless herself went into that friendship because of what she could benefit from Albert at the time. The reason she contacted Albert was because she needed moral and financial support for the funeral. Otherwise, she would have never called him. You guys, she says she never liked him, but apparently she liked him well enough to invite him to her occasion. And this is why I actually believe that there have already been mistrust between Albert and Stainless right from the foundation of their friendship, which might also explain why Stainless kept calling Albert about money and that field marshal ticket she told about. Stainless was suspicious of Albert, and she also felt like Albert was ripping her off right from the onset because her intentions of going into everything in the first place were not pure. And all these factors combined ultimately led them to fall out. Now moving on to the issue of the $5,000 given to Stainless by Governor Obaseki. Although money itself is not the main reason Stainless is now exposing all the dirt, the impression I got from everything Stainless said is that somewhere within her, she still believes that Albert and Eddie Murphy cheated her for having given her just $2,000 out of the $5,000 that was handed to her, because according to Stainless, the government gave her the money because of the funeral and not as campaign funds to be shared by campaign members.
He asked me who came for the funeral. I said, he said, me. He said, take this to support your funeral. He didn't say, take this to support me for my election or take this to support me for campaign or whatever. He didn't mention anything to have to do with election or campaign. He didn't mention it.
Alright, Stainless, I know what I'm about to say now would go against public opinion, but please take it from me that you were not cheated with the way the money was split. Yes, the governor might have said, take this envelope in support of the upcoming funeral, but please believe me, Stainless, that when it comes to politics, there is so much better left unsaid. The governor said what he had to say, but if you're someone who has been in politics for a long time, you'd understand much better how these things work. Now let me share a personal experience with you. In 2013, I went to Lagos and I interviewed a top APC politician. It was also my own first time of having that direct, official contact with the politician. So at the end of the interview, he handed out some cash and he gave it to one of the cameramen. And I believe he said something like, take this for your transportation or drinks or something. I can't really remember exactly what he said. But the point of the matter is that he gave that money to one person and he said, use it for your transportation. He didn't say this is for the entire group. And he didn't give each person transportation fare. He gave one person money. And guess what? All the people that were there with us, all the other cameramen, the soundmen, the people that drove the cars that we went with, they all got a share of the money. But for someone who has never really been in that political sphere, they would think the money should not be shared because it belongs to that particular cameraman. But things don't work that way in politics, my sister. These politicians would give out money to one person within that group, but at the end of the day, the money cannot be claimed by only that person in that group. And I know it might sound a little unfair, but unfortunately, that's just the way things work in politics, whether we like it or not. So my sister, you were not cheated. And even if Albert really intended to cheat you, he would never have told Eddie Murphy to add $500 to the initial $1,005 that Eddie Murphy initially gave you. Although Eddie Murphy also recently admitted he mistakenly gave you $400 instead of $500, which means that Eddie Murphy is actually still owing you $100. So sis, to cut the long story short, I totally understand your pain and that you were pushed to the wall by Albert, who kept poking you and trolling you until you could no longer take it. So yes, I totally understand you, but now at least you have now gotten your pound of flesh and the world now knows your side of the story. So my dear sister Stainless, just let things rest the way they are right now, and I believe that Albert has also learned to just let you be going forward. Now, having said all of that, let us now listen to what Lovelyn said about Elvis, which is also very similar to what Albert said concerning the fact that Elvis allegedly does not want Saga to come to an end on social media.
Now that was, my God, I go punish you. Now God, now go disgrace you. Well, I know why I say now God, now go punish Naija Wash. And Naija Wash, now be the evil man when they scatter that Edo State.
So here is Lovelyn saying that Elvis, who is also the person that runs the platform called Naija Watch and also Me and You, she says that he is the one scattering Edo State, and she is also swearing for him because according to her, Elvis has been stealing her content and uploading them on his platforms for his own financial gains.
Since how many years now, I haven't called you my live video. I haven't mentioned your name. But I'm using this time to mention your name now. I am just watching you. Just be blogging my video on your YouTube. Be blogging my video on your YouTube. I will ask you questions. Since I am the one doing this video, you are the one eating my money. It shall not be well with you in the name of the Lord that created this heaven and earth. You have been taking my live video for so many years. The years that you take my live video, Naija, do you know how many years Naija Watch have been feeding with my money? He blogs my live video on YouTube. He makes money there.
Another thing that Lovelyn said is that when other bloggers post people's content, Elvis would go and report their videos, which leads to their videos being taken down, and sometimes they even lose their channel because of Elvis's actions. And whenever they ask Elvis why he's doing what he's doing, Elvis would lie to them that he has already paid all the content owners to be the only one allowed to use their content.
Because if some people blog some video, maybe some of those bloggers, if they blog some live video, sometimes Naija Watch will call them. Naija Watch will tell them that they should go and take that video out. Naija Watch, he go bring their video down. Then they will ask Naija Watch, why are you telling them to take this video down? Why are you bringing this video down? Naija Watch will say that, you see all these people that you are seeing here, I paid all of them.
Apparently, Elvis is telling a big fat lie to all these other bloggers because according to Lovelyn, she did not give Elvis any permission to use her content. In fact, she herself has warned Elvis not to touch her videos, but Elvis has remained adamant and is still stealing her videos to post on his platforms.
Somebody called me, he said that he's me and you, that please ma, I want to be blogging your video. I said to him, don't ever take my video. I didn't give you go ahead to block my video. But since that day you called me today, you are blogging my video. If you tell Naija Watch not to take your live video, Naija Watch will not listen. He said that he's stubborn. Don't take my video again. No, they take my video again. Stop taking my video with your colleague. Stop. How will I say it? How many times will I say it?
Now let's listen to Lovelyn's confirmation of what Albert initially said, that Elvis allegedly calls people on the phone to instigate them to do saga.
Very useless human being. He caused problem between Edo people. This man is the one causing problem on YouTube. Even he say, they go give this person, they'll say, I'll say message to Eddie Murphy. Even he said Eddie Murphy no one answer me before. Once Naija Watch put on for there, Naija Watch can even use for call you, say, somebody say message to you. Naija Watch now van bear. He's the one. All those fights when they Facebook, na Naija Watch. Na Naija Watch, right? They persuade all these Benin people when they do live video. You know, say now, if you want carry and go reach Ishan now, if you want carry and reach Ishan versus Abat, una see where Niger watch the scatter una. Now he make Abat come insult Niger wash. Abat you as you insult and he good because if you want go sell you, give Ishan people. Now so you tell they sell all those Benin people, you go sell the Murphy, go sell and go give Orion Ba. You go sell am. You go sell the Murphy. If the Murphy they can't sell and the Murphy will become Orion Ba. You go sell Lolo before you know Lolo can't be Orion Ba. You go sell Gladys before you know Gladys will come be Orion Ba.
Before I begin my analysis of Elvis, let's quickly listen to Lovelyn say that Elvis is a copy and paste blogger who needs to start creating his own content.
Your YouTube, when you open, me and you, from A to Z, or do you owe content when they there? Do you get any one of it? You don't have. The day when they go report you now, they'll say Nigerian people, you are too wicked.
Sis Lovelyn, trust me, if anyone ever reports their videos on Elvis's channels, nobody is ever going to say that Nigerians are wicked because Elvis himself is the epitome of wickedness. Do you guys remember that just less than 2 months ago, Elvis reported several videos on the YouTube channel of an upcoming blogger who goes by the name Africa Blog? So the videos Elvis even reported on that woman's channel did not belong to him. The videos belong to Eddie Murphy. Now, after Elvis reported those videos on that woman's channel, YouTube sent an email to her informing her that her channel would be terminated if Elvis did not retract the copyright strikes. Then that was when this lady started to beg Elvis. The lady even contacted Eddie Murphy, who is actually the original owner of the content, and pleaded with Eddie Murphy to please beg Elvis to remove the copyright strikes. Listen to Eddie Murphy's message to Ninja Watch.
Hello, the great Ninja Watch. I beg you for one thing. Please allow this my sister. She's my sister from the same blood. She has been begging me that she wants to be using my video for YouTube. So if you can give him a little chance, please. He said you blocked her before. Please try to write to YouTube so that then they should give him that opportunity. Thank you very much. The great Ninja Watch.
Even after Eddie Murphy sent this message to Elvis, Elvis still refused to retract the copyright strikes from that lady's channel, and the content doesn't even belong to Elvis. Can you imagine the sheer wickedness? And then when he replied the lady's email, he wrote, "Hello, I am not the one running it. It's my team that look after my pages and YouTube." Can you just imagine this rubbish? If you really want to help, if you really intended to accept her plea, you know how to contact your team. A simple message, a simple WhatsApp message would be enough for them to remove that strike. But you refused. You kept turning this lady left and right. Every time she sent you a message, you'd give her stories. You tell her you would do it, but you never did it the entire week until her channel was dropped. And after YouTube terminated her channel, she sent Elvis this message. "You did this to me. You take my channel as you said. Only God will pay you back. If I ever did bad to you, I begged you for days to remove it. Social media president begged you, yet you leave it for 7 days. The channel is gone. Are you happy now? Congratulations, congratulations. Go on, be happy. But my cry today will turn to good someday." Then Elvis replied the lady saying, "Sorry to hear this, but we are not the one responsible for that. Maybe other people you were carrying their videos without their permission also reported your channel. And when many people report to you like that, YouTube will terminate your channel. I remember telling you this." Elvis, this is arrant nonsense. This message you sent to this lady after her channel was terminated shows that this was actually what you wanted, which is also the reason you did not remove the copyright strike the entire week that different people were begging you. And Elvis, you even had the effrontery to tell that lady that, oh, the people you were carrying their videos without permission did it. How dare you, Elvis, punish another lady for doing something that you do every single day? Did you get permission for all the videos you carry on your channel? Lovelyn did not give you any permission to use her videos, yet you steal all her videos and upload on your channel. Even Iyore the other day made a video begging you on her knees. That woman is pregnant. She went on her knees begging you to please stay away from all her content because you keep stealing her videos without her permission. Yet you go about reporting other people's channels because you want to have monopoly? You want to be the only blogger posting videos exclusively to your channels. And then you say, sorry to hear this. No, you're not sorry, because you knew exactly what you were doing. You had 7 whole days. You had an entire week to have that lady's channel restored, but you didn't do it. If truly you were sorry, you would have still gone ahead to contact YouTube on her behalf, even after her YouTube channel was terminated, because YouTube could still have reinstated her channel. And you knew that, but you didn't do that because you were happy her channel was out of the way. Anyway, the lady then replied Elvis saying, you lied. Why did you not remove the strike when social media president asked you to? Then Elvis said, Eddie Murphy Idahosa signed a contract with us and it's our duty to protect all his social media platforms and content. Just stay away from people's content for future purposes. You guys, this Elvis is just so unbelievable. Elvis is saying stay away from people's content while his platforms carry only content that he himself did not create. Well, after the email, the lady in question that owns Africa Blog then went on YouTube and cried out about what Elvis had done to her.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depend on where you for the watch this video. I beg. Those of una wey go fit fight for who no get to go fight for her. I want make una fight this fight for me. I want make una help me ask Naija Watch, all of una know for YouTube and Facebook, or any other place where you for know am. The same person wey still get me and you TV for YouTube. I want make una help me ask am. If fish wey poofed for fire when I go pinch, wey make am close my eye, put pepper like this, wey make am strike my channel for content wey himself no still get. Because of Naija Watch, they ban my channel. 500 euro now I don't work for that channel, they cancel am. Naija Watch, you don't big, you don't get rank, but you forget say na people put you for where you dey. You forget say na people content you say reach where you dey. Then you see person wey still dey come up, you bring am down. I want make una help me ask Naija Watch wetin me Africa Blog do am. So I beg make una help me share this video. Naija Watch say I no go still go ask am question. Say e no big. He say e no big. Naija Watch gonna use other person content dey strike other people dey go. Una help me share this video. On a fateful day, I just see strike just come from nowhere. Naija Watch strike 5 of my videos, 3 was taken down and 2 strike. I don't know wetin I take Naija Watch when we go use a pipe Murphy video to strike me. I believe that's not believe me why he strike. Social media president now write am, call am, send a message, Oga, with due respect, I know they give you order, I dey beg you, the strike when you put for this girl channel, I beg comot am. Naija Watch will say I go do am, I go do am, I go do am, because you know say the TV strike don complete. Even as that, me myself, I see the writer. Good evening, sir. Please remove it. I will not carry your content again. Even when I know say not be you still get the content, I think as I know will carry them again. Just remove the strike. See, around 5 this evening, make I go YouTube, go see support my friends. As I reach there, I don't see my channel again. They could not help me. They could not help me. They could not help me as Naija Watch waiting I take for you. I beg, I do people from Ehichoya who say Okoro Udo, Ikobazuwa, the people that help me. They could help me ask Naija Watch waiting I take for your hand. It's me, Africa Blog. Don't ever give a thumbs down. It's me, Africa Blog. Don't ever drop bad comments for any of your channel. What you do me so, it go good for her. But if you say I never do any of these things for her, it drop the videos. He wait till they drop that channel. He wait till the money go. Make una help me pray for her.
When I saw this video by this lady, I was really touched, and a lot of people frowned against what Elvis did to her. But Madam Monica had a different opinion.
God go bless Naija Wash. I see one video where one girl do, she dey cry. Naija Wash give me strike. The video is not for Naija Wash. Naija Wash is a bad person. Naija Wash is evil. You that is saying Naija Wash is a bad person, the video is not for Naija Wash. Are you not a bad person also? Is the video for you? You want to be a YouTuber, but you don't have content of your own. You go even carry people content. You know they take permission, and you they can swear for Naija Wash where they pay. Who tell you say Naija Wash not they pay people for content? Naija Wash for me, God will bless you, my brother. Help us to deal with them. Naija Wash is not a bad person. Naija Wash have rights for those content where they carry. You know they just carry people content like the way una they do. Iyore they get permission to carry your video, and the moment you don't get that permission, you will submit it to YouTube. So you have the right to report whosoever, okay, whosoever we carry that video again for YouTube, it can report you.
Well, at least now you know that that's not true, because Naija Watch doesn't always have permission. He didn't get permission from Iyore, neither did he get from Lovelyn. And I'm sure there are still so many other presenters who can come out and say they never gave him permission to use their content. So what you just said now is false.
I just the shame when I see my adult sister, they cry. He go carry my video, a video no mania. No only our own, you go see somebody they cry like baby. Yo, he carry my video. He not let me grow. Only he want make money. He not let me make. Wow, no I mean we're so gênant. That my sister where can they cry? Na shame. Stop that rubbish as big as you are. Waiting, where you were live? Oh, if Benin people say, "Me madam no bring una." I am very sure they don't also swear say, "Oh, it's not nice that you are there just crying for another person content." Oh, it's really painful. It took me down.
It's not even okay to be mocking and laughing over another person's misfortune. Anyway, remember Africa Blog said that she had 500 euros, well, over 500 euros still pending on her YouTube account before the channel was terminated. Monica said that is a big lie, that it's not possible for her to make so much money in such a short time.
That one they lie. And within 2 weeks, I made 500. Declare it. Let's see. Liar. You are a liar. And I will prove it that you are a liar. People will get the content. They don't make 500. Now you will content 5,000 viewers. Get it?
Madam, the fact that your channel might not be generating that much money in 2 weeks doesn't mean no other person's channel can. Remember I said in my last video that there are many Edo YouTubers who are doing very well, who don't make too much noise about their success. A blogger could post or analyze a video, and the video could end up getting more views and making more revenue than the person the video is originally about. So it is very possible that this blogger, Africa Blog, made that amount of money even if the original content owner and Elvis combined did not make half of what she made. But since you asked for the receipt, here you go. Moving forward, while Monica was doing that live video that I just played, Elvis was also watching, and I guess he was feeling hyped by Monica's message. Then he commented, and I quote, "Naija Watch have contracts with every content owner on our platforms, and we have the right to protect our client content anywhere on social media. Thanks for the acknowledgement." Oh my God, Elvis. Although I really feel tempted to call you a lizard right now, but I'm not going to do so because I never insult people on my videos. But really, you're going about telling everyone who cares to listen that you have a contract with every person on your channel. But you don't have a contract with Lovelyn, neither do you have one with Iyore. And I'm sure there are still many more presenters out there who you don't have a contract with, but you still have them on your channel. Like, can you just stop this already? Like, it really doesn't do well to your reputation as a blogger, man. Let me just quickly round off this video because it's already getting too long. I totally understand that Elvis might have acted against Africa Blog based on his contract with Eddie Murphy, but the fact that he refused to restore that lady's channel after all the begging from so many different people, including Eddie Murphy himself, who is the original owner of the content, is just something that doesn't really sit well with me. Coupled with the fact that Elvis penalized this blogger and called her a content thief while he himself peddles with other people's content without getting any permission from them, shows that you are not only dishonest, but you are also deceptive and you lack integrity. Before you see the speck in your brother's eye, make sure you first remove the log from your own eyes. So here is where I rest my case. One last thing I would like everyone watching this video right now to help me do is please head over to Africa Blog's new channel and show her love for me. Make sure you subscribe to her channel and also tell her that I sent you. Let's help her grow and also prove that man no be God. Catch you all on my next one.